na ang pinakabongga, punong-puno ng fun and excitement. Itong in na in, iba ang dating. The new TV experience is here. Hataw Pinoy Chicago. It will change your viewing habit. It's hip, sassy, ang galing-galing. Hataw Pinoy Chicago.
What's up, y'all? This is Apple, the Apple, the Black Eyed Peas, and you're watching Hataw Pinoy Chicago. Yeah!
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat mga Pinoy at Pinay, and welcome to Hataw Pinoy Chicago. I'm Alpha Nicolasin, and we're here at RGB Art Gallery in downtown Chicago, actually at 1420 North Milwaukee. And we're here at the Bayanihan Foundation Worldwide's annual dinner and art auction. At tinatawag po nila ang kanilang event ngayon na Return to Paraiso, Environmental Hope and Renewal. At mamaya po ng kaunti ay kakapanayamin natin ang Executive Director ng Bayanihan Foundation Worldwide, si Mr. Dale Asis, at kasama po niya si Ms. Mirla Baldonado. So wag po kayong alis mga kaibigan, because we're going to have some pictures coming from the Philippines taken by Edward Pierre, which we're also featuring tonight. And we're going to be featuring also some footage from the event with music from the Villaruel. So wag po kayong alis at babalik agad ang Hataw Pinoy Chicago.
Hi, I'm Alex Sirera, and this is my wife Josie. We are the owners of Sirera Express Corporation, which is in the business of shipping balikbayan boxes to the Philippines. I would like to share with you the good news that 70% of our clients are repeat customers, and many of them have been referred by satisfied customers. Within one business day upon arrival of the Port of Manila, our containers are released from the Bureau of Customs with all taxes paid. And upon arrival in our warehouse, the boxes are bound for Metro Manila are delivered within 3 business days, and those bound for Central and Southern Luzon are delivered within 7 days. Experience the big difference and join the bandwagon of repeat customers who put their trust and confidence in a company that sets the standard for the balikbayan shipping industry.
Sige na po, tawag na kayo.
Welcome back to Hataw Pinoy Chicago mga kaibigan, at kasama po natin ngayong hapon si Mr. Dale Asis. Siya po ay ang Executive Director ng Bayanihan Foundation Worldwide, and of course ang isa sa ating mga mahal na kaibigan from many organizations in the community, si Ate Mirla Baldonado. So batiin po muna ninyo ang ating mga kababayan.
Hello everyone, and I'm glad that you're here with us in this wonderful celebration for environmental hope and renewal.
Alright, what about you Ate Mirla?
Yeah. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Salamat sa Hataw Pinoy at you came here to cover this event.
Of course.
And yeah, we're so happy to have Alpha here to MC. You know, this is our second dinner, annual dinner. We wanted to have you the first time.
Oh. Thank you. I'm sorry I wasn't here for the first time, but I'm so happy to be here with you today. And let's talk about Bayanihan Foundation Worldwide. Alam mo, you know that there's a lot of Filipino organizations worldwide that try to help out our country, the Philippines back home, no, and our kababayans back home. So why did you put up another foundation there? Why think of another foundation?
Well, this foundation is dedicated for Filipinos like myself who live abroad, to help with Filipinos and to give back to Filipinos that are at home. So this is a project dedicated to help Filipinos abroad, to help Filipinos at home.
Okay, so it's like a venue for mga expatriate Filipinos, for them to be able to help our kababayans back home. And when was the Bayanihan Foundation Worldwide established?
It was started giving back in 2008 when I had the fellowship from the Chicago Community Trust, and it was formally organized in 2010.
All right. And ano po ba yung thrust, Ate Mirla, nitong foundation na ito? I know that you have several projects that you support in the Philippines. Can you name a few of them?
Well, one of the projects is empowering the youth to be able to you know, return to Paraiso, that our environmental problems in the Philippines are helped and solved with the youth's intervention. One of the projects is in Cebu. There's a theater group that spreads awareness around these issues, and we've taken up, and with the 1 million mangroves planting to renew the environment, rehabilitate the environment. So we're targeted 100,000, meaning getting Filipinos here to help in the funding for the planting of more mangroves.
Yeah. So, and I know that the mangroves are really very rich in resources, diba? That's where like fish come to breed, and sanctuary yan ng ating mga fishes, just not unlike yung corals din, diba? So they're very rich in natural resources, yung mga mangroves natin sa Cebu. And also, I know that you are also into cleaning toxic waste in the northern Philippines. Actually, it's in the central part of Luzon, Subic and Clark. Can you tell us about that project?
Yes, the Bayanihan Foundation is supporting body talk access clinics to give low-income residents affected by the toxic waste some alternative healing as well. So we're doing both short-term and long-term advocacy as well, and outreach here in the U.S. of this almost forgotten issue about the toxic waste left behind by the vestiges of the Vietnam War.
Oh, I see. All right. And also, aside from the toxic waste that were left behind in Subic and Clark, we also have ameliorations, diba? Right. mga bata na naiwan, left by the ship. So tell us about that, Ate Mirla.
Actually, we've sponsored 2 leadership trainings for the Filipino Americans. Bayanihan. We went home on July 4. We had a workshop. We attended a workshop that was facilitated by our partner NGOs. So it's basically helping them out so they could empower themselves to tell the world about their situation as America's forgotten children. And actually, now there is a flyer over there. There's a film that I helped put up. I was the line producer of this film. The title of the film is Left by the Ship, and Bayanihan Foundation is getting 100 families on May 24 to watch this on PBS. Yes, and so we're spreading awareness around these issues of these America's forgotten children. The title of the film is Left by the Ship.
Left by the ship, naiwanan ng barko, 'di ba? Minsan nakakatawa pakinggan pag in the vernacular, pero if you feel and if you really think about the issues na kinakaharap, yung concern sa kinakaharap ng mga bata at saka mga nanay nila na mga naiwan doon, mahirap yung buhay nila. It's really hard. And I also know that you're helping out Sendong survivors in Iligan.
Yes, so as part of the environmental theme of renewal is that the Bayanihan Foundation is also raising funds to build homes, permanent homes for victims of Typhoon Sendong. And we're planning to build these homes in Iligan in partnership with the Rotary Club of Iligan South.
Oh wow, wonderful. So you have a lot of things in store with the money that you're raising today. You're going to be helping out not just one part of the country, but Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Right. So it's spread out throughout the Philippines. So congratulations, Dale.
And that 97% of all the donations to the foundation go directly to the programs. We're lean and mean. We only have 2 staff. We have Ate Mirla here in the U.S. and Ate Evelyn in the Philippines. So
wonderful. So congratulations once again, Ate Mirla.
Alpha for.
Paano pala kung halimbawa hindi nga sila nakapunta to tonight's event, 'di ba? So would you like to tell our kababayans who'd like to help? I'm sure you're in need of help throughout the year, and if they'd like to get in touch with you and help out, how do they do that?
Yeah, would you like to do this, Dale? Well, they can contact Bayanihan Foundation worldwide. We have a website, www.fdnbayanihan.org. And a Facebook as well.
Facebook.
Bayanihan Foundation.
Bayanihan Foundation, you're on Facebook.
Yes.
All right. right. Okay. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to help out, you can go to www.fdnbayanihan.org or you can look them up at Facebook. Alam ko marami sa inyo mga Facebook pages. And so if wala kayo, gumawa na kayo ng Facebook page ngayon and look up Bayanihan Foundation. So maraming salamat pong muli sa inyong dalawa and more power to both of you. Mabuhay kayo. Mabuhay kayong dalawa. And wag po kayong halis mga kaibigan. We would be back with more footage from the Bayanihan Foundation's annual dinner and art auction here at RGB Gallery in downtown Chicago. Salamat po ng marami. We'll be back.
Ako po ay si Ray Elasegi. For my advertising needs, I trust only the community builder.
The Filipino American newspaper with the largest circulation in Chicagoland. The Filipino American Community Builder. So, at this point, I'd like to call back Jojo, and he's going to be joined by his two sons, John and Chikoy. Ay, sabi niya brothers daw. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the Villaruels.
One, two, three.
Here's a piece called Pandanguhan. It's just the name of the song, not the name of a person. Okay, Pandanguhan. We need dancers.
Magandang hapon pong muli sa inyong lahat and welcome back to Hataw Pinoy Chicago. And this afternoon we have here Mr. Edward Pierre, who's a photographer. And can you tell us about your trip to the Philippines and the pictures that you took when you went to the Philippines?
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever been into Asia as well, and I went to the Philippines and we spent 2.5 weeks there. Followed Dale and the Rotary Group as well as the Bayanihan Foundation. And the idea when I went there in the first place was basically just to cover their projects and the multiple projects they're doing and all of the help that they're providing for the Philippines. When I went there, though, it was a serendipitous kind of voyage because of certain reasons. One, because it was kind of funny to be, well, we went to Clark at first, which is an American military base, Air Force base, and seeing kind of the influence was very striking. It was as if we were kind of like in Florida, where big avenues, plazas, 7-Elevens. It was kind of, I totally had no idea. We landed at 2 a.m. and after I think it was 32 hours of flights, 3 flights, just like, kind of tired, and we landed there, and it was just so reminiscent of the United States. So that was very funny. But then what really happened that changed the whole trip around would be Iligan and the effect of Typhoon Sendong when it happened, and seeing just the people, obviously affected and striving to better their lives with the little that they had at the time. And it was a humbling experience because, and I think it's a Filipino thing where it's a culture and also like a state of mind of being very positive and seeing through even rough times and whether it be financial or a crisis or a natural disaster, they always see kind of the lighter things in life, and it was very humbling because the United States, it's the opposite. It's very materialistic. Which is great because they don't have it over there, and it's just a different lifestyle. And the pictures that I wanted to provide here at the space.
Yeah. Can you tell us about this picture over here?
This picture right here is in Cebu. It's in the little fisher folk outside of Cebu City. And this is when we went there, and we planted all of our individual mangrove trees. And the whole project is to plant 10,000 mangrove trees to help revive the ecosystem and better the community for the fisher folks, so that it helps with biodiversity in the ecosystem, so they can fish and eat, obviously, and financially be sustainable. But yeah, we visited them and we planted our own things. We had our little names attached, which is every person that donates to the cause has their little tag, and so they can always go over there if they felt like it and see the exact mangrove that they planted.
So you're gonna say that's my tree over there when you go back to the Philippines, huh?
Exactly. They grow really slowly, but it's okay. At the end of the day, you'll make it happen.
So what's your best memory of the Philippines that you took home back here to Chicago?
The best memory of the Philippines, the best one I would say was when we went and donated and gave out care packages with the LaSalle Academy in Iligan. And we went kind of deep in the jungle in Mindanao, and we were escorted by the military. And I've never been in such a it's such a place. Like we've been to the jungle of whatnot, but it's a different lifestyle, and especially with the military. But you're basically giving these care packages out to these people that live in the middle of nowhere with no electricity, and they're so happy and cheerful, and even though the same thing is they don't have half as what we have in the United States. We're in developed countries, and so to be so happy with so little makes you think and makes you rethink how you live your lifestyle. And I think that would be the biggest effect on me is in terms of the trip, yeah.
So thank you very much, Edward, for taking these beautiful pictures, and we will be showing some of the pictures that Edward took of the Philippines in later footage in this afternoon. So thank you very much once again, Edward. And are you going back to the Philippines anytime?
We're planning to go. We're trying to do a yearly thing. So I'll go back and see the progress of all the programs and bring it back home. And I made a lot of contacts and met some great people. So
Okay, touch base with your new friends back there. Thank you so much once again. And wag po kayong alis mga kaibigan, babalik agad ang Hataw Pinoy Chicago. We have the beautiful photographs of Mr. Edward Pierre. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpak naman siya. Alright, those are beautiful pictures. I see one of a jeepney right over there. Yes. Wow, very colorful, blinding colors. Beautiful colors of the jeepney. Brings us back to Manila and many of the cities around the Philippines. That's the main mode of transportation. Alright, we also have a bangka and other pictures that Edward has captured with his lenses. Alright. And the celebration of the Bayanihan Foundation's accomplishments is going to be given to us by Mr. Dale Assis later on. The Bayanihan Foundation would like to thank RGB Lounge and Art Gallery for sharing their wonderful space. Mr. Nick Samantha. We have James Castillo, who flew all the way from Los Angeles, California. Yay! Yes! Alright. And then we have Maria Ferreira of DePaul University. Of course, we have our very own Mr. Ted Kirpach. He looks Caucasian, but he's absolutely Filipino. Trust me. Yeah, he's Filipino. First, we have Dale Assis right away. Come on, Dale, everybody knows you, but you still have to be recognized. And we'd also like to thank the sponsors, volunteers, and artists who will be performing for us this evening. So at this point, let me call on Dale, the Executive Director of Bayanihan, and he will tell us about the Foundation's accomplishments for the past year. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mr. Dale Assis.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Very honored and excited that a very significant evening, since this is the second annual fundraiser of the Bayanihan Foundation. We have established 7 long-term partnerships. Clark and Subic, former U.S. military base installations. We partner with the Alliance for Bases Cleanup, and we've sponsored one Body Talk Health Access Clinic there, and we have over 2,000 low-income residents there to have access to some alternative healing, and they're directly affected by the toxic waste left behind by the former military installations there. And we've also partnered with local organizations in Clark and Subic to help the Filipino Aborigines. I call them the America's Forgotten Children, since there's about 50,000 of them. And you would not even look twice when you walk down Milwaukee Avenue if they would have the chance to come here. But unfortunately, like other Vietnamese aberrations, they do not have the right to migrate to the United States. But back in Clark and Subic, who were former U.S. military installations, they face very severe racial discrimination and social stigma based on their birth. But I like to, it's not their fault. It's the accident of their birth. And they should not suffer. So we're helping them as well. And of course with James in Cebu, we're planting 10,000 mangrove trees. And I hope you enjoy the photographs and that these beautiful photographs of Edward bring you back there with us in his creative eye. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Dale Assis.